Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my neighbor use my vintage bathtub for his therapy sessions? The following was posted by Reddit user blablaboabab. I, 28F, live in an old Victorian house I inherited from my grandfather. One of the features of the house is the original clawfoot bathtub from the 1920s in the upstairs bathroom. I was originally going to look at having it removed, but kept putting it off, and eventually fell in love with it, so I kept it. Enter my next-door neighbor Dennis, approximately 50 Yaneems. Dennis is eccentric. He's into all these weird health trends, like grounding his feet in buckets of dirt for electrical balance. Lately, he's gotten into hydrotherapy, which apparently requires him to soak in cold water for extended periods to reset his nervous system. 2 weeks ago, Dennis came over and, completely out of the blue, asked if he could use my bathtub for his hydrotherapy sessions. I thought he was joking, but no. He earnestly explained that my tub was the perfect energy conduit because it was pre-industrial revolution and untainted by modern manufacturing processes. I told him no, obviously. I don't want a random wrinkly old man filling it with ice water and doing whatever nonsense he's into. Dennis did not take this well. He said I was being selfish with community resources, and that because I inherited the house rather than buying it, I had a duty to share since I didn't work for it. He started bringing it up every time he saw me, passive-aggressively saying things like, "Must be nice to hoard that all to yourself." Then somehow, this got out to the neighborhood Facebook group, who loves drama, and now half the street thinks I'm the villain for gatekeeping my own bathtub. The cherry on top is Dennis conveniently claims that his shower stopped working too, so he doesn't even have a place to clean himself. Not like this was a favorite pastime of his to begin with, respectfully. I was trying to just avoid Dennis as much as I could, and ignore the few comments from my neighbors until I ran into one of my neighbors while I was going for a walk on Saturday evening. I don't really know her, but we chatted briefly, and somehow the issue came up. I was expecting some sympathy for the absurdity of this, all but this woman proceeds to tear into me, like literal verbal assault by the end of it, asking me why I was being so stupid and selfish, that I have multiple bathrooms in the house, and couldn't even spare it to help this old man's health. This morning, I found a literal gift-wrapped bar of soap in my mailbox. There was no note or anything, but I assumed this was her insanely petty, passive-aggressive way of telling me to shove it. I do not want this man soaking in my tub. I do not care about his nervous system reset. But now I feel like I'm losing my mind because everyone around me is acting like I'm some kind of selfish monster. I get that some of the people in the neighborhood aren't keen on me living here, but I live by myself and work and go to school all day. And I'm genuinely starting to worry that I'm going to come home someday to find Dennis reclining in my tub. Am I the a-hole